What's going on, everyone? I'm Zach with Blades LLC. Today we are out in my garage. We're going to be doing some fab work. I'm going to be building a frame and a filler system for our 125-gallon horizontal leg tank that we use in the bed of our pickup truck to refill our spreader sprayers. We have a X-Mark lean to steer and a Toro Spraymaster. The lean to steer has a 20-gallon tank. The Spraymaster has 215, so 30. And obviously those tanks don't last all day. So it's nice to have something in the bed of the truck that you can refill and fill off of. So I mocked up a little drawing here. I'm sure you'll kind of know what this thing looks like based off the thumbnail, but I like to rough up a little sketch here with all the measurements and stuff, so that way I can do the thinking out front and not have to be thinking so much when I get out into the garage. I can just build. So here's the filler system that I need to put on there. You're technically supposed to have these on by law. So this, not specifically built like this, you can build them how you want. This is just how I built mine, so I'm gonna walk you through that real quick. So this is, I believe, 1.5 inches. Yep, 1.5 inches PVC. This is a schedule 40. And what I did is I mocked up a T here. I probably could have just went with an elbow, to be honest, but we went with a T. And then I have just that little nub of a piece down here with a cap threaded into a 1.5 inch. I went with metal because I may weld this. We'll see. I think I'm gonna end up welding this to the frame itself. And then we have a hose, female hose fitting here, stubbed onto a piece of just, I don't know what this is, like a 4-inch threaded pipe here. And then yeah, it runs up. I measured out the height that I needed for my specific tank, and then it goes over and fills into the horizontal leg tank. In Minnesota, so if this is a 1.5 inch pipe here, you're actually supposed to double the width of this, so it would be 3 inches. I need to be 3 inches above my tank. All right, here's the cut parts. Next step's gonna be taking them up to the table and deburring them, because that saw really loves to leave bad burrs. Okay, so we got her all tacked up here nice, at least the 1/2 of it anyways. Probably should put the crossbar in here. I'll do that real quick. I can set this one where I want it. The other one I'm gonna have to figure out how the tank's gonna sit on it. So I'm gonna put this one in, tack this one in, and then we'll get to welding. Weld her home. Half of 30 is 15, half of 3 is 1.5. So 16.5 is gonna give me center. Center to center. 16.5. So I'm welding with the Hobart 210 MVP. This is not a great welder for this by any means. Can't really make a whole lot of adjustments. I really would like to be able to adjust the dig or the inductance on this machine. Might need to go up with the voltage a little bit. I'm going to take it up a little bit. Running 035 wire, pretty big for this machine. It's the only way I can really get it to bite. It's going now. Hey, if you guys would hit the like button though, that'd be great. I need to buy a different welder here, and the more you guys that watch this and click the like and subscribe to our channel, I mean, that's the best way you guys can support us, so that'd be awesome. I gotta drill some holes for some eye bolts here, so that's what I'm doing. And then we'll be able to weld the assembly on here that I just started. gonna have to cut this piece off because I can see this thing getting hit with the fork, so I'm gonna just grind this off, and then we gotta put a bar underneath here, something to slide the forks in between, because it's gonna be heavy towards the front, or whatever you want to say, back. Probably end up cutting these off, to be completely honest, the ends of these, because this just doesn't look very nice, but it'll work. It'll work. Oh no. Well, I didn't do this quite right. Should work out quite nicely. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's been a long day. It's almost 6 o'clock and I started at 8:30 I believe this morning. But we got the horizontal leg tank on an actual platform now that we can just load this whole setup into the truck now. It's ready to go. We got the 1025R, should load it empty, no problem. And yeah, I'm gonna just walk you through here quick, kind of how it's built. So this is 2.5 or 2-inch tube, 1.5-inch cross members. Built the base as you saw. We got some eye bolts that we drilled in for straps. Tank set right perfectly over where the straps need to be. And then I left enough room out front for a shutoff valve, a reducer, electric 12-volt pump, and then we got hose here. I need to come up with something for a hose hanger. We put a battery box, a marine battery box up front here, and then I bolted that down, put a hole in it. Hopefully I don't knock this off with the forks. Put an on-off switch in there. Pretty sweet deal. It's not hooked up right now because the battery is just toast, but it looks really nice. I put this bar in here because this is going to be the loading end, so when you come in, at least the tank is kind of sitting far back like this, so I know it's going to want to lift up. So I put this bar in here just as a kind of a safety measure. Paint's still a touch wet. Did this all today. Left a little much room back here, could have shortened that up. And then this is our filling spout here. In Minnesota, you're by law supposed to be filling with a pipe like this. And then, I don't know, I maybe brought it up earlier, but the diameter of the opening of your filler pipe, you double that, and that's how far you need to be. So I needed 3 inches here, and I'm well over 3 inches. I do that on purpose so you can still put your cap on and off, but I ended up cutting myself a little bit short. I had to put a splice in here. We would have been, the water would have been filling into this lip in here. Would have been filling onto that lip if I would have left it. So I had to put a splice, add it in. That was one mistake that I definitely made doing this. So in theory, I haven't hooked this up yet. You should just be able to hook your filler hose onto this, and then it's capped off here, so it'll push it up and out. And then another thing too, by law, that you're supposed to have on the other end of the filler hose, you're supposed to have a, well, I'll bring you over here quick and show you. It's like a vacuum breaker or a backflow preventer. And that's kind of the ticket. That's all there is to it. So super excited to have this. I built it a little bit too big. That kind of stinks. I mean, I could have used up a little less room in the truck bed, but it still will fit in a short bed truck. We have all 8-foot beds, but if we ever do get like a 6 or 6.5 foot bed down the road, it'll fit in there. So no big deal whatsoever. I used screws here that were way too small. They were just ones that I had, self-tappers that I had laying around. This one was probably big enough, but I ended up breaking quite a few off in there, so I just gave up, ran out of real estate. Maybe on down the road when I replace the pump, I'll take that all off and fix it up. But for now, it's gonna have to do. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I really don't need to just keep rambling on here. Spring's coming. As you can see, my yard is just a mess right now, but snow's melting. We're getting ready. And this baby is itching to get out for some lawn care. Got her all cleaned up. It's a nice looking rig. Still need to get the logo on there. So if you guys didn't know of anybody that does graphic work, for reasonable and wants to do this in central Minnesota, that's where I'm at. I don't really want to go super far. Let me know, hit me up. I still need to get a wrap made for this trailer. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless. We'll see you guys on the next one.